Tom and Eliza and company here at Wolfe Neck Center helped us grow a bunch of seedlings, cold hardy seedlings. This is all kale, and here we have lettuce in the other greenhouse that Tom and company grew. And these are all going to go to schools this week. So driving all over the state, I'm going to drive 700 miles this week in the next few days to get these seedlings to a bunch of schools that are participating, that had already participated in our orchard programs. So this is back to school time, and this is the back to school garden program. So school gardens have a lot of issues, primarily with summer care. And so we have this process where we actually encourage them to mulch, sheet mulch, in the spring. So in June, even lay down 3 or 4 layers of craft paper, of recycled paper, and then put compost on top of that, a couple inches. And then over the summer, everything's breaking down. They're not growing weeds. You can still grow a bunch of crops that we are actually providing seeds for, such as sunflowers, popping corn, and squash, as well as pumpkins. So those things they can harvest now and then get their beds all ready for these seedlings. So a lot of schools don't have the capacity to have an excellent greenhouse like this that just got a nice new cover on it with solar wrap. But they need the seedlings now. So this is a great time to plant cold hardy seedlings such as kale and lettuce. And that'll grow right through December. We're also providing these schools with row cover. And then all the schools that are participating through our USDA Farm to School grant, they're also getting salad spinners. They're getting ways to weigh their crops, nice hanging scale, so that we can really keep track and incorporate it into the cafeteria. So the idea is to give a critical mass of greens that'll be easily incorporated into the cafeteria so that these kids can see it happen in front of them, be a part of the experience, and then they can enjoy it and eat really healthy, nutrient-dense food. It's what we're really trying to do.
No, that's awesome. And then, Tom, you and Richard have known each other quite a while.
Yeah.
And you guys do wonderful things out here. So kind of tell me about that relationship and what you had to do to prepare these for him.
Absolutely. So Richard and actually Richard hired me back in 2016 when I was a young, strapping guy. And so we...
For the beard.
So yeah, back when I was just young and naive. So we started working together, and we were actually running a sustainable immersion agriculture program for teenagers known as the Teen Agriculture Program. So Richard and I managed fruit and vegetable operations for about 3 or 4 years here before Richard moved on to work full-time with ReTreeUs. So obviously we're buddies, we like working together, so any excuse that I can get to grow extra kale, I'm happy to jump on it. So Richard reached out early in the season and said, hey, like, how much kale could you grow for me for this farm to school program? And I said, we're gonna have lots of space that time of year, so as much as 30 or 40 trays. So behind me here, you'll see a variety of different types of lettuce. We've got red Russian, we have some Lasianato or dino kale, as the kids call it, and some other Siberian varieties. Now these are very cold hardy, so once they get planted in the prospective schools, they'll have a solid 45 days of productive growth with those nice autumnal September and October days where they'll get up to size, and the kids will be able to just peck away at them right up into the new year.
That's awesome. That's great. So, and then Richard, your sister's working with you. She's going to help you deliver these too, right?
Yeah, well, this particular project, I'll just be driving the van with the trailer, but Shelly has been vital to orchestrating all the deliveries along the way, and she'll be kind of ground control in Auburn, helping navigate things as they come up, and also simultaneously preparing for our fall orchard plantings.
So how many schools is it now? I think you said it earlier.
There's 55 schools that have school orchards. And so that was kind of the group that we reached out to because we're serving those schools to participate with this back to school garden program.
And then if more school, I mean, it's too late now for this year, right? But going forward, how do they contact you?
Yeah, so schools that are interested in a school orchard can go onto our website, ReTreeUs.org, or ReTree.us, same thing. And there's an application there that they can fill out. Once we get the application, we see what's feasible, and we can plan orchard planting. Big thing we look for is who's the orchard caretaker at the school. How is this going to live on, because we can't be there on a day-to-day basis? What's the commitment of the school to maintain it with our support along the way? And then the Back to School Garden program is something that we're bringing, another program we're bringing to these orchard recipients, schools that have school orchards, but we're looking to make it into a model that can be delivered to any school that's interested. Just trying to make steps to get there. We really feel like this is a solution to a big problem with school gardens, and school gardens are essential for kids to have this experience. We think it imparts stewardship lessons, and even can be taken next level to be environmental ethics, and also ways to give back to the community. There's so much learning that can happen, and school gardens are so important. We feel like this program really deals with a huge issue facing school gardens and can bring them to the next levels. There are thriving school gardens all over the country, but we feel like this program can meet schools wherever they are and really help their production. So yeah, we want to bring it to everybody, and we want to make all school gardens thrive and give all kids that experience.